who's hit 2 170s in Group C this week, but he didn't qualify. And 101 is under threat for 3-1.
Oh, that is such a Martin Adams leg, leaving 101 after 12 and pinning the 101.
Well, Tom's going to feel like he's been sold if this goes. It's on. Double 19. And he's getting very, very close now to a Saturday night berth. Is the man who has it's 5 o'clock anywhere or somewhere on the back of his shirt. But right now he's feeling cheerful like it's 10 past 10 on the clock. It is 25 past 10 local time, and with 3 matches to go, Martin Adams has got 8 points and a 4-point lead at the top of the table. Yet again, Tom Sykes fails to impress himself on the score sheet against the former England captain. When we come back, game number 2, we'll see Scotland versus Wales as Parry takes on Johnston. Chance to end the match for Kurt. This would be a brilliant start.
Well, it puts him in pole position. Double 12, now double 6. To moving on to 6 points and to put himself in a real position of authority, because with that mid-table sandwich so tightly together, those head-to-head battles are going to be so pivotal. Parry picks up the first points of those particular encounters, beating Stephen Johnston by 4 legs to 1, averaging 83.08. 4 from 11 when it comes to the doubles. Johnston 77.29. His scoring power in terms of the 140s were there, but that 10 missed darts at a double.
Martin, you require 60.
And so it gives Martin another go at double 8. And Adams advances. The Wolf is still in the hunt for a first weekly title in Portsmouth. He defeats Paul Hogan by 4 legs to 0, and we are going to have a legend of the game here at the Super Series on Saturday night. Martin Adams shrugs his shoulders with a confirmation that he's through.
Started with a vigour, and those 3 words are, "You are mine."
And that is reeled by Tom Sykes, the big fish to kickstart. He leads 1-0. It's weeks like this which is what makes the Super Series such a joy to watch. Johnston getting in the 180 act himself, his first of the game. Just keeping Sykes at bay, but this could be number 4. Goes downstairs and now puts himself in a great position to win the match, leaving a 2-darter after 9.
Do yourself a favour, Tom. If you want to win this match,
45.
just get rid of it now instead of planting any seed of doubt.
Tops to win it with an 11-dart leg, and when he needed a big performance, Tom Sykes has duly delivered an average of 108.22, 3 maximums. He kick-started with the fish. He's finished with an 11. What a performance, and Stephen Johnston can only smile and sip away at his water. But he's been reeled in, has the Scot. It now means that Hogan, Johnston and Sykes are all on 4 points, and it means that Kurt Parry can effectively put himself on the championship point if he beats Hogan after this break. But what a performance from Tom Sykes, 108.22.
Very nice. Whether you agree with his route or not, that was just a touch flashy.
You require 81.
Kurt Parry's up to something here. Is he finding the ball to finish the leg this time? Oh, he is indeed. What a shot. And Parry has the guillotine handle and ready to pull it.
It's double 16. And it's advantage Kurt Parry. He moves himself 4 points clear from the rest of the pack. As for Paul Hogan, he shakes his head discombobulantly after losing his first 2 matches of the evening. And what a game it was. Paul Hogan losing a 94.5 average, but it's those 5 missed darts of the double that come back to cost him in the end. Kurt Parry, a 4-2 winner, 91.81 his average, taking out that 102 in the process as well. And we've reached our halfway point of the evening's action, and myself and Paul Nicholson will make our way over to the studio to assess everything that we've seen in a couple of minutes.
120.
The days in our former studio in Southampton is still a real love for the game. We've seen Johnson take out the 120 already this week, and he takes it out again to break the throw of Adams. A point in the air, and he proves a point, and he gets the break. A real helping hand here. If he can pin double 8 for a perennial performance when it's mattered the most. He gets the better of Martin Adams by 4 legs to nil, averaging 91.09 in the end. A 120 to kickstart. A real show of respect from Johnston against a real idol of the sport, and they have a real conversation about the battle that they have enjoyed. That, the tail of the tape. 91.09, the average 4 from 7 on the doubles, a 120 out. Johnston wins 4-0. Coming up after the break, Paul Hogan takes on Tom Sykes. We'll join you for that when we return after this short break. Johnson took this out in the last game, and he goes ball for the 120, and he brilliantly executes it as well. Superb from Sykes, and that will feel like a killer blow to Crocodile Dundee.
Seen loads of people this week squandering chances at 1s and 2s.
And Sykes is charging. He makes a late sprint towards the line. He hopes it's enough. Well, at the present moment in time, he's on 6 points, but his leg difference ultimately a factor which he's going to have to improve upon. But that 4-0 win does him all sorts of favours. 93.94 the average there. 4 from 10 on the doubles. 120 high checkout in that match. Sykes wins 4-0. Coming up next, Parry takes on Martin Adams. Well, Parry 1-2-8 to take that 2-1 lead. It's double 4. It's superb. It's perfect for Parry to lead 2-1.
He's really starting to put something together. He's the sole Welsh player here this week, up against someone who's on the bullseye for a 161. Yeah, we love that. Bring it on. 2-2, and they're both at it. He's just on hold for a second. In Saturday night, that is. Martin is looking for one match start at double 16, and he's got it right here.
But he doesn't get it right again. And so Parry back for 66 to send us all the way. It'd be the first game tonight that would go the distance. And it's only going to be a dud at tops.
First dart, not what he wanted. Second dart was not in the middle, and the third dart didn't register, so all a bit less opulent than he wanted.
It's another Wolfie win. Then Martin Adams sails through to Saturday night in style. A 4-2 success against Kurt Parry means that Martin Adams will be the top player, the top boy in Group B. 12 points to his name, and it now means that Kurt Parry is still divulged in the mix. And that was despite averaging 94.62 in the process. 25% on the doubles, a 128 checkout. Wolfie with a 161 checkout of his own. 4 from 5 when it came to the outer ring. Adams through a 4-2 victor. He's going to be the top player in Group B. Coming up next, this is a huge battle as Stephen Johnston takes on Paul Hogan.
You require 109.
I dare you to do that next week when Mason Whitlock's here. You're not going to get away with it next week. Double top. And that's an equaliser.
Stephen, you require 96.
Let's see if you know that one, H. Let's see if Stevie knows double 9. That's the first time in this group he's done that. And if you remember, in Group A, he did it when he got his second leg, didn't he?
He points to his head, which will feel in his shed if Hogan can take out the double 8. He does to lead 3-2. And it's very interesting to see the emotion there with Stephen Johnson when he busts a double 13. Oh, there is some tomfoolery going along here. Hogan gave him a right on look. Hogan has battled away. And what has been a battle at times, as entertaining off the hockey has been on it. Tops for the match and for a 4-2 win. Sinks below, double 10. to complete the job. And a 4-2 win. Paul Hogan gets the better of Stephen Johnson. And there is a lava celebration there by Paul Hogan. Stephen Johnson let out a roar when he won his second leg of the match. Paul Hogan, you could see, took a bit of umbrage to it, and now is in full flow with the celebrations. He isn't going to go through, but he is going to depart with quite the moment here at the Super Series, averaging 91.24, 4 from 8 when it came to the finishing. Well, that was a little bit entertaining, wasn't it? And the drama and the entertainment continues when we head to our final game of the evening session, where Tom Sykes takes on Kurt Parry.
That, Glenn.
Apparently, I've just been informed that Stephen thought when he lost that game, he was out.
170.
Well, he could still be out, but you're still in.
140. Tommy required 36.
Double 18. Double 9. That is monstrous. That's a break
Tom
back.
Sykes.
He's throwing to put himself on the hill and to put Stephen Johnson on the hill.
Kurt Parry.
It's 14 darters for fun. And 1 for Parry there. Tom Sykes, double 10. And we are going to have our crescendo. And this Group B is going to go down to the very last leg.
To break Sykes' heart.
15.
But Parry's passed his opportunity by.
Tommy required
And Sykes gets yet another reprieve. He keeps getting chances after chances, but he cannot spurn this one. Double 10. It hits the wire. That finds the bed. And it's Sykes who's into Saturday night. By the skin of his teeth. By the finest of all margins. He gets the better of Kurt Parry in a last leg decider who had missed 2 match darts at tops to send Stephen Johnson through. What an incredible ending. What an incredible match. Tom Sykes has just about clawed a way through at the expense of Stephen Johnson, who will not believe it. He'll be crestfallen when he gets the news. Sykes wins 4-3 against Kurt Parry, and that's only half the drama. We're going to round off the drama after this short break.